I guess we're continuing the Zack Snyder tradition here. Hello, welcome to The Movie Moment, the video series where we talk about the best films from the past and the present. This is your host, your favorite man-child, Super Jesus Jackson. Today, we are going to be watching and talking about the greatest scene from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. This was actually a very hard one for me to do because there's a lot of great scenes in this movie. I mean, as you guys know, I'm a Zack Snyder fan, and since we did Man of Steel last video, I feel like it's fitting to do Batman v Superman next, and it's even more fitting to do it because Justice League is coming out next month. Zack Snyder's Justice League, I should say. Not saying that could get me killed around these parts. But yes, I love Zack Snyder, so excuse me if this is like bothering you. Yeah, so Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice came out in 2016? When the fuck did it come out? And as you guys might remember, it garnered a lot of critical acclaim, I would say. Not a lot of critics liked it. In fact, it was even more divided than Man of Steel. Commercially, it did fairly well, I think. For like the second movie in the DC cinematic universe, it made like $800 million, which is like really, really impressive. I mean, should a movie that has Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in the same movie make more than $1 billion? Definitely. But I mean, I think it's safe to say it did. I mean, it's $800 million, come on. I think Zack Snyder and the writers and the producers definitely made it work, considering that I'm sure that they were under, heavy studio push. Warner Brothers was seeing the success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they're like, we gotta catch up quickly. And they definitely tried to catch up. Some people said that, the universe was too rushed. I think it was creatively the best thing they could offer, given the business circumstances. All right, so weirdly enough, the best scene from Batman v Superman, I think, is the opening scene. Zack Snyder chooses to go back and show us the death of Batman's parents, which, we've seen so many times, but not with Zack Snyder's visual flair. I tried to be objective here. I tried to pick a scene that is metaphorically ridiculously interesting, as well as visually interesting, and this scene has all of that. So without further ado, this is the greatest scene from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Let me put on my handy dandy headphones here.
Because I am a man.
Is that ever going to get old? I don't think so. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh. I love the autumn leaves.
There was a time above.
Swing.
A time before. There were perfect things. Diamond absolutes. Things fall. Things on earth.
So here we have Bruce Wayne. There was a time before, there was a time above. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. These are very, very key points here with Batman v Superman. Metaphorically, these diamond absolutes are Superman and Batman as we know them from the comic books, right? Superman is this perfect individual. He makes no wrong. He never lies. He doesn't kill people. Batman, same thing. He's perfect. He's the smartest guy in the room. He doesn't let his rage take him away. But Batman v Superman and the entire Snyderverse in general is all about deconstructing these characters from the beginning to raise them up. So these diamond absolutes, right? Diamonds representing, these invincible stones. It's all a metaphor. The ideologies of Superman and Batman are, in a sense, perfect, and they're invincible. They're timeless. They are what we wish to be. Flawless. But, he says, things fall, things on earth. Another great metaphor here. Basically, from the beginning of the movie, Zack Snyder is telling you, you're going to see your favorite heroes here fall. Because you can't learn how to be great unless you fail. And I think Zack Snyder grounding these characters, making them human before he makes them gods, is incredibly inspirational and absolutely brave, I would say, compared to what Marvel usually does.
And what falls is fallen.
And what falls is fallen. Just basically saying, fuck it. That is Bruce Wayne's position, in Batman v Superman. He is like completely disillusioned. That's why he goes after Superman. Oh my God. Oof. Oh, look at that. Whenever a logo appears in a movie, like, you have to do it right. And Zack Snyder always does it fucking right. I love how the logo appears right as the music appears. Absolutely incredible. Oh yeah. And this is, so you see the snowflakes. It's kind of snowing, subtly snowing here in Gotham. We see Bruce Wayne here with his parents after seeing, the movie. These little white snowflakes are a great metaphor that I will explain eventually. But note, they are falling. Snowflakes fall. The music is fantastic. Look at that. They're happy. They just came out of the theater watching a great movie. They watched Excalibur, which is also metaphorically a movie that is referenced in Batman v Superman. Zack Snyder's a genius. I love the smiles here. Love how Bruce Wayne is running away. He's running away into the woods. The autumn leaves, right? Just like we saw in the beginning of the movie, that were also falling. Look at how the camera focuses on the gun. He's running away. He falls. Bruce Wayne falls. Gets back up, continues running. I love how the camera like inverts. I love that. Okay. Wow. Oh, look at that. Oh, so many things happening at once. I love how Thomas Wayne, Bruce's dad, he's not a coward, right? He protects the weaker individuals in the party, his wife and his son, and he's like getting ready to just go ham with this guy. He's not afraid to die. And it's a quality that Bruce Wayne eventually develops. We see Bruce Wayne fall again. This time, he's going down pretty far. Which I love how Zack Snyder is pairing these two scenes together. Bruce Wayne going into the woods. It's basically he was attending the funeral of his parents, and he's running into the woods, right? He can't take it. Running away from his problems rather than facing them. Doing the very thing that a lot of us do when we are faced with serious dramatic predicaments. But he's running away, right? He's falling, he's physically falling while Zack Snyder is showing the death of his parents. And it's not necessarily the death of Bruce Wayne's parents that caused Batman to fail psychologically in this movie, because the death of Bruce Wayne's parents are the reason why he became such an amazing symbol. It's the reason why he became Batman in the first place, a good thing. But Superman's arrival to Metropolis, the destruction that happened with Zod and him, caused Batman, and along with all the crime, it caused him to become disillusioned and caused him to fall away from the reason why he became Batman in the first place, which started with the death of his parents. Oh, the falling of the sparks? Bruce Wayne falling, literally down in a hole. And the bullet falling. There's this... I think I'm going to have a world record here of just me saying the word falling so many damn times. I feel like Harry Styles is going to start playing at any moment.
What am I now? What am I now? What if I'm someone I don't want around? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling.
Oh, here we go. Look at that cinematography. Look at that gun and the necklace. And the music. That's soprano. Oh my goodness. The white pearls and the gun. They're falling. Everyone's falling here. Oh my god. The music is even going downhill, right? The music, you can sense it going to an end. The melody. And the pearls. So we talked about the snowflakes. They're white. So are pearls. It's great. And, and so many people have done the death of Bruce Wayne's parents already. But Zack Snyder, the way he did it here, it's my favorite. It's absolutely my favorite. This is perfect. It tells the story visually. It is telling you what you need to know visually. We get the quote from Batman in the beginning, and that's what sets us off, and that's what makes us understand the rest of these scenes. That's what a filmmaker's supposed to do. I love how we don't really hear Bruce Wayne scream. It's submerged. It's very similar to, when people go through a traumatic experience. When someone has not yet overcame this experience psychologically, they suppress it. And I like how Bruce Wayne, literally, his scream is not heard.
Martha.
There we go. Martha. That is incredible. And for some time, I really fought. I was like, why is Thomas Wayne saying Martha's name, right? In Christopher Nolan's version, he tells Bruce, don't be afraid, which I think is really, really cool. But in this one, Thomas Wayne just looks straight at Martha as she's dying, and he says, Martha. And it was weird for me to accept that the emphasis here is placed on Martha. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense, right? Man of Steel was about fathers. It was about Jonathan Kent and Jor-El. And in Batman v Superman, the movie's about mothers. And in Justice League, it's all about the son. So, we have the father, the mother, and the son. I think that's brilliant. Or I guess if you want to go deeper, the Father, the Holy Spirit, and the Son. And of course, later in the movie, we see as to why Martha is important. But I also do appreciate it from, a classical male perspective because, as a man, who has a wife, you feel kind of a duty to protect your wife at all costs, and when you fail at that, you fail almost entirely. And that's obviously a perspective you can take. As a guy myself, I can relate to that. Not the manliest guy in the world, as you can see. We see the autumn leaves now with Bruce Wayne as he's fully down. And here we have... Of course, we saw the bats attack Bruce. In Christopher Nolan's version too. But here in this version, it's interesting how Zack Snyder does it. Here we have the bats literally raising Bruce Wayne. And the music here is amazing. And I love how Bruce Wayne's body kind of forms a bat if you really look at it from below. We're going to see it. There we go. I love that. That's incredible. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So Bruce Wayne does, in the beginning of the movie, he quotes, this is a dream, right? It was a beautiful lie. When people talk about dreams as aspirations, right? Like, oh, my dream is to do this, da 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 da. In the same manner, Bruce Wayne's dream is to rid Gotham City of all crime, to give hope to people, to become the best symbol he can possibly be. And that was inspired by the death of his parents, right? And then he calls that very same dream a beautiful lie. And when we watch the movie, we understand why Bruce Wayne comes to the conclusion that it was all a beautiful lie. As in, it's great, when written on paper, but in all actuality, it's a bunch of bullshit. And then he gets sucked up by the rage, hopelessness, and loneliness of the death of his parents. He goes back to being that Bruce Wayne screaming in agony. And I love how Zack Snyder turns kind of reality into a dream. Because obviously bats do not lift you. They can't do that. Like physically, that just can never work. But when it's a dream, everything's possible. So I love how Zack Snyder uses everything at his advantage, right? He plays with meaning and setting and metaphor. I absolutely love it, and I'm pretty sure I haven't even covered all bases here, but it's incredible. God damn it. You guys like my new hair? My new Brad Pitt hair? Well, sort of. Man, that scene. The greatest adaptation of the death of Bruce Wayne's parents. Most definitely. And that's why the movie begins with that scene, because it is pivotal to understanding everything in the movie, from the characterization of Superman to the characterization of Batman and the motivations of why Batman goes out to fight Superman in the first place. The whole reason as to why it's fucking called Batman v Superman. It's fantastic. There we have it, guys. That was yet another episode of The Movie Moment, the video series where we talk about the best films from the past and the present. This was your host, your favorite man-child, Super Jesus Jackson. Do you agree with my take regarding this scene? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please make sure to check out the previous video on the channel. We went deep into Daniel Caesar's Restore the Feeling, which, if you've never gotten high, just listen to that song because it will most definitely get you high. Also check out the previous Movie Moment video where we talked about Man of Steel's greatest scene. Make sure to give this video a like, share with your friends, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload. Most importantly though, guys, I appreciate your viewership. It means the absolute world to me. Follow my social medias and listen to my original music. The links are down in the description. That's all for me, but you guys take care, stay safe, and until next time. I love you. There we go. I don't want to be that guy that constantly, just touches his hair and puts it back, but I'm that guy. All right, guys, stay tuned for the next video next Thursday. See you guys later.